Hi, it's me. I've been gone for a while because the aliens were after me and I had to make them go away. So I got my brain bucket, and I know the aliens are after me because I just finished watching a roswell, and that's about aliens. And the aliens crashed in a roswell in New Mexico in 1947, but in 1947 it wasn't really aliens. Well, it was aliens. They were called Ferengi because they actually went through a time warp from Deep Space Nine, and they crashed in Roswell, New Mexico, and they went all that. Yeah, and that's why they went. And then there was actually the Ferengi, and the Ferengi went to Roswell. Yeah, and speaking of aliens, and you got these guys, and they're from the planet Krypton, or not Krypton, and he grew up to be Superman, and he was a good guy, and you know, and a lot of people in Superman, they're British people, and from Smallville, that's why everyone from Krypton speaks with a British accent except for Clark, because he was raised on Earth, but I guess all the people on Krypton were actually British citizens. Okay, this keeps the aliens away from my breeding my brain, because my brain's got secret stuff in there. No one can know it. You can't know it. I know it. And you know who was the originator of the brain bucket? The originator of the brain bucket was this guy here. He's my buddy Duster. He says, "Hello, yo, Cobra." Cobra's gonna, because he's a, okay, so, and then the English people, and there was this other English guy or some other guy, and Schmiegel says, "Good day," says Schmiegel, and this was my poofy, so, and, what's that? Papa Smurf says, "Aliens are out there, you must behave, they will get you." What? Really? No. Eh? He says hi to my bushy-haired friend, but Papa Smurf just told me that this brain bucket, sometimes it's not enough. You got to get other things. So I've got the brain bucket reinforcer. It's my fez. My fez will protect me. Speaking of fezzes were on Doctor Who because he wears them and they're cool, but then they get blown up by his companions. Oh, speaking of which, do you want to see something? See this guy here? His name's Terrell, and you see he's got this look. See, that's what you look like when you're constipated in Star Trek. He's got to take a poo because he's all constipated. Yeah. So there's that. And so, and then you got, and then you got the Soup 2, and there's British people in Soup 2, there's British people in Soup 2, and you even got British people everywhere, and Soup 2, you got Soup 2, and you got a British guy in there, his name was Terence Stamp, and he was a British guy, and he was in Star Wars as well. And speaking of Star Wars is then you got Star Wars, which brings me to Star Trek, which him taking a poo poo, and I don't know. And this is my brain, but this is the reinforcer. And look, this is the deflector dish. This will make the antenna. This will direct the brainwaves away from me and do it. So I can actually, the brainwaves that are coming to me, I can actually point them at you and get you. Yeah. So I don't know what else. So yeah. And wait a minute, Papa Smurf wants to say something. What? Papa Murph says Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom sucks. No. Because the one thing you gotta remember about that movie, anything goes. Yeah. So I don't know what and then there's. Did you know there's a new Superman movie coming out? Did you want to see the trailer? Because the trailer would be like this. Is it over yet? Okay, I can go. Okay, because it shows this guy on a fishing boat, a boat. What's Soup need for the boat for? He can fly. He can fly because he's Soup. So I'm sorry, but that's it. But wait. What? Oh, someone's talking again. This guy just doesn't shut the fuck. Oh, he says, "Jabbit, this is for you. So quit your whining and don't subscribe." Yeah. Oh, I think I gotta go take a poop. Oh yeah, my bushy-haired friend. He's an ass.